At some point in time, you're going to need help fixing up your home, but do you really know who you're inviting into your home? What should you look for? Chris Schilling from Turbo Realty here this morning with us. And Chris, let's get started. You say create a scope of work. What does that mean?
You bet. So you want to identify what things that you're going to have them do, when they're going to start, what they're going to do, what are the materials that they're going to use. Let's have a clearly defined plan so that everyone agrees to what it is that we're going to do. The biggest problem that we have with projects is that a lot of times you'll start with one project and then that project grows, and so at the end of it you get a bill that's greater than what you had agreed on, but it's because the scope increased.
And you also need to get it in writing.
Absolutely. So when we do any sort of project, we want to make sure that everything that we do is in writing, that we all agree, and that you have something that's now actionable, so that if you do have a problem, you can go back and reference it and say, hey, we agreed to this, and this is how much we agreed, and this is when you're going to finish, and how I'm going to pay you.
Yeah, it's so important, I think, because it's so easy for them to boost the cost, because you don't know what materials cost or what may need to be done in light of, a problem that you're having that other people don't normally have with your home.
Right, and if you were to ask the contractor, can you do this, they always say it's easy. It's easy, but it costs money, and so just let's get that under control and figure out what it's going to cost you.
Speaking of money, never pay up front.
Well, you're going to pay some up front, but you need to make sure that it's reasonable. A lot of the contractors will want you to pay up front so they can buy the materials. The trick, though, is that some of the contractors are less than scrupulous, and so they'll take your money for this project in order to finish the project that they're on right now, because they don't manage their money well. So it's really important to get it in writing, to know when they're going to start, and to clearly define those kind of rules of engagement when you're going to work with them.
As a realtor, what do you look for when you're hiring? I assume that references play a big role.
Right. So we're going to look for people that we've done transactions with before, somebody that is a trusted person within the circle that someone else has done work for. So check those references. So you're going to actually want to call them. Everyone wants to provide references, but very seldom do people actually follow up on it and make those phone calls. So make those calls, find out what they're up to.
What does the person need to have?
Well, so that's interesting. In the state of Texas, a business card and a telephone. So they don't have to have any sort of licensing to be a contractor. So it's very easy for them to just kind of pick up the trade. So again, check those references. Make sure that they are who they are. It's just like on insurance and bonding. When we talk about those things, all of them say that they're licensed or insured, but no one ever actually asks for the copy of the insurance policy. I mean, ask for those things. Ask for identification to make sure that they are who they say they are before you let them into your home.
All right. Thanks so much, Chris Schilling, Turbo Realty. Always good advice.